Good morning, everybody. So today I'm showing you how to get this makeup look. So stay tuned and I will show you how to get there so you're not intimidated anymore. Here we go. I always get a ton of questions on how I do my makeup and how it stays on all day long and even through an aerobics class. So today I'm going to walk you through how I do my makeup, and then as I go along I want to bring in some other makeup artists that I love that do great makeup and do different things. But today I'm going to be pretty basic and just give you my little helpful tips on how to keep that makeup on all day long. And by the way, another day you get to see me without makeup. Yay! All right, so here we go. I already have prepped my face, but I wanted to show you what I do. First of all, it's very important to wash your face and get all the dirt off of your skin, exfoliate the skin, clean it out, so you start with a really fresh face. And what I like to use as my face wash is, of course, my favorite product, Whish Body Products makes a bath and shower gel, but it's all natural, organic, so it's an all-in-one. It's everything. It's my bubble bath, it's my shower gel, my kids use it as their shampoo, but I exclusively use this as my face wash every single day, and I use it with the Clairsonic face brush. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend getting that brush. It's so great because it really helps to go into the pores, exfoliate, take all the dead skin off, and really clean out all the dirt. But then you have a really gentle, clean cleanser. And when I say clean, it doesn't have any bad ingredients. So really, really good for your skin. And I think that's really important. You know, we're really starting to find out that those really harsh, bad ingredients are kind of making your skin act out and have pimples and have eczema and things like that. So if you're putting really good cleanser on your skin, you're going to see good results. So that's first off, starting with a great cleanser. Then secondly, it's very important to use sunscreen. You may not think you're getting any sun, but you are. Even inadvertently, you're sitting in your car, your face is getting sun. And of course, to stay young, you really want to keep that SPF on. So I highly recommend using an SPF, and this is my favorite that I've ever tried. It's one of the more natural ones as I talk about putting bad ingredients into your skin. This one's one of the more natural. It doesn't have a scent. It's even got a matte tint to it. It goes on great. I love this. Coola, and it's sold at Ulta and it's also sold at Nordstrom, so get yourself some Coola. Okay, and then also I do use some anti-aging products as well. Strivectin, before I put the sunblock on. Strivectin is a product that I was introduced to at Nordstrom. The rep was there one day and she made me fall in love with it. And bonus, this is sold at Costco, buy one get one free, so you can go in and buy it with a friend. Or it does help with stretch marks and wrinkles both, and stretch marks. So you can, if you're using it on your entire body, you're gonna go through it quickly. So you'll use the 2 bottles. Otherwise, you can split it up with a friend if you're just using it on your face. Anyways, love this. Okay, so the next thing before we really start applying makeup, and I've already done this as well, is primer. And I attribute this primer to my makeup staying on all day long and even through aerobics class. This is by Japonesque. Every single brand has one. I've tried a ton of them. I happen to really like this Japonesque. And what does a primer do? So a primer, when you put it on your skin, it fills in all your little lines and wrinkles. But what it also does is it helps, so when you put your makeup on top of your skin, it stays on top. It doesn't absorb in. So when I teach a class and I get nice and sweaty, the tendency for you and for me would be for your makeup to absorb into your pores. By putting the primer on top, it keeps your makeup sitting nice and on top, so it doesn't absorb in. So I really love a primer. And again, also when you put powder and things on your face, it tends to settle into your lines and wrinkles and accentuate it, versus the primer helps to fill those in. So it gives you a younger look, keeps your makeup on, win-win. Now, not only do I like to put a primer on my face, I also like to prime my eyes. If you can see, my eyes are a little bit red. Most people have a little bit of color to their eyes. They're typically not one color, unless you're perfect, and maybe you are, but I need a primer on my eyes. And also, not only is it to help with the color, but it's also, it'll keep your makeup on top. Okay, so we're gonna start with the concealer, or the primer, excuse me, for your eyes. And look no further, this is by MAC. It's called Painterly. It's a paint pot. This is the color. It's kind of a nudie pink. See, I use it. And I'm gonna grab my brush here. You're gonna use a concealer brush, or you can use your fingers, either or. And I'm just gonna put this on my eye. Just like this, okay? And you can, like I said, you can use your finger if you don't have a concealer brush, no big deal. But do you see the difference now? So instead of my eye being red, it's now just a nice, even color. So much better. Now, I think the biggest thing, the most intimidating thing about makeup is, oh my gosh, what if I mess up? So if you mess up, we'll fix it. Your two best friends are Q-tips and Kleenex. Love both. Kleenex I like to use to clean off my makeup brushes, and then also the Q-tips. If you make any mistakes, you can kind of wipe it off. Okay, let's now conceal our eyes. And I'm gonna conceal and put foundation on to start. And I kind of go back and forth between the two, but I kind of like concealing first. So I have really dark color underneath my eyes. So this is a little bit thicker, creamier concealer. It's by It. It's called Bye Bye Under Eye. And I really like this one. Actually, there's a bunch of concealers I like. I'm always trying something new. So stay tuned. I'll let you know when the next one comes about. But I do like this if you like a little bit more coverage. If you have pimples you're trying to cover up or redness like I have right here, I'm going to show you. We're going to cover this up. So grab another concealer brush. Ta-da! Or you can clean off that one that you just used. I just put it on my hand. I'm just going to dab a little bit. And we're going to tap underneath the eye all the way into the corner because you tend to get dark in there too. And this isn't an exact science right here. Oh, I get little veins under my nose. We're going to get those. This, you guys can see all my little imperfections. But that's the point. That's why we love makeup, right? Because it covers all of it. And it's not about being vain. It's just about feeling good about yourself. Right? Agree. Nod. Yes. Okay, good. I'm glad we're all together on that. Okay. Let's leave it. I'm done. Let's go. Okay. So now we're gonna grab this awesome brush. It's by Japonesque. It's sold at Ulta. And let me tell you about Japonesque. Japonesque is private labels for most of the big companies. They make all the really nice expensive brushes, but they are sold at Ulta and are not so expensive. So amazing. So by Japonesque, this is a little concealer brush, and we're just gonna go in little circles. Just real gentle. So this is the key. Windshield wipers and little circles is all we're gonna do pretty much ever. So just real gentle. I mean, underneath your eyes is a very sensitive area, so you really wanna be real soft. Get under the nose. And again, right now too is not about being perfect because we're still gonna go back in with our foundation. So looks better though, right? Little better. My eyes aren't red anymore. No dark circles. Okay, so now we're gonna go with our foundation. And I was just introduced to this one. It's by Too Faced. It's brand new. It's called Born This Way. And I really like this color. By the way, I like to use my hand as my makeup palette. And I like to keep whatever I've used, I like to keep it on there so that if I need to go back in later, I already have the product out. Okay, so I just did one pump. And I'm gonna use a foundation brush. I kind of messed my foundation brush up this week when I washed it. But anyways, this one is by Armani, but every makeup brand has a cosmetic brush like this, a makeup brush, a foundation brush, I should say. And so I'm just trying to spread it out here, move it around. And again, this isn't about being so perfect right now. I'm just trying to get it onto my face. Dun, 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 dun. I know, super exciting. Can I speed this process up? Okay, but I'm just trying to show you. Okay, now I'm gonna take a buff brush like this one. This one's flat. And I'm just gonna buff it in and blend it all. So if I didn't do a perfect job blending with my foundation brush, this is gonna do it right now. And in most cases, less is more. You can always add. You can always add. My cheeks are quite red today. I just put some on this brush. I'm adding a little more. And I like a full coverage. If you don't like quite as full of a coverage, the Ulta girls are great and they can kind of help you pick out, you know, a foundation that's maybe a little bit better for you, but this one's a really nice one. It goes on really well. Okay, how are we doing? Awesome. Okay, so now we are ready to put our eyes on, okay? So I'm gonna use this palette. It's by Stila, and it's called Spirit, and it's a pretty neutral one. So if you're new to doing makeup and you're just getting started out, this is kind of a great one because it's got everything. So it's got your light colors, it's got your smoky colors, it's got kind of the darker colors, and I'm gonna give you the key to doing your makeup that will make your life so simple. Light on the lid, medium in the crease, dark in the corner, and it doesn't matter what 3 colors you use. You're just gonna take the lightest, then the next dark, and then the darkest. Light on the lid, medium in the crease, dark in the corner. Let's start. So I am gonna, again, I told you I'm gonna stay pretty neutral today so I don't scare you. We're gonna start with this lightest color here. And I'm just gonna put it on my lid. Oh, and I'm using a flat brush. I like this brush to get, when you're trying to get a lot onto an area, your lid's a big area, it's just real easy to use a big flat brush like this and you just kind of tap it on. Sweep and tap. Ta-da! Okay, so we got that on. And again, not exact science because the key to this is blending, blending, blending. So we'll get it on and then we'll blend and then we'll put it on and we'll blend and we'll blend and we'll blend. Okay. So here we go. We're gonna start with this bristly brush. Looks like this, a little bit thicker one. Every brand will have one. This one is by MAC. I'm not sure of the number, it's so old, I've lost the number. And I'm gonna take this medium color right here. And you don't have to have just one brand of brushes. I have a whole mishmash, but I am in love with the Japonesque. So we're gonna start right here in the corner. And I like to lift up my eyebrow and we're just gonna go in that windshield wiper motion back and forth. And you can come a little bit further than halfway and down. Back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Dun, dun. Okay, take some more. I like to tap the excess into my sink. Start in that corner and up and around windshield wipers, back and forth. Again, I'm kind of lifting up my eyebrow there so I can get into that crease a little bit easier. You can go a little bit further than halfway and voila. Okay, and right now it's not an exact science, just get it into that crease. Then we're gonna take a blending brush, a fluffy brush, and this one is MAC as well, and this one, does it say, is MAC 224. Okay, now there's nothing on this brush yet. So I'm gonna go back into my crease here, and I'm gonna follow it back and forth, and then I'm gonna kind of fan up a little bit higher than the crease. So we're gonna take it up into that brow bone, just a little bit. And you know what's nice about that primer too, is that nude color is all the way up, all the way to our eyebrow. So you don't need to put any shadow up there. Okay, and then we're gonna take the other side. Windshield wipers. You can also do those little circles that I told you about that we did with our concealer brush. So you can do circles and back and forth and fan up. Little circles. As I pull my eyeball out of my head. So you see we kind of got a little bit higher up into that brow bone. And then you've blended out that color so it's not quite so harsh. Okay, pretty, right? Now what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a little brush for the crease. So I'm gonna grab this little guy. A bristly brush just like that last one, the second one that we used. So it's a little bit firmer of a brush. And I'm gonna go in with the darkest color, which is this guy right here. And dab off the excess into your sink so you don't have too much. Remember, less is more unless you're me. Okay, and we're going in. We start outside, go inside, and then into that crease a little bit. So we're making like a little V here. In, out, and up. See that? Pop. Total pop. Like it. Okay, let's do the next one. I know, she's crazy. The girl's crazy. What can you do? All right, outside, inside, outside, inside, into the crease. And make that V. Ta-da! Looks good, right? Yes. Nod, agree. Okay, we're gonna go back in with our fluffy brush again as soon as I find it. Here it is. Ta-da! Our blending brush. There's no product on this except for what's been kind of happening from what we've been doing. And we're gonna blend some more. Remember I told you, blend, blend, blend. So now we're gonna go into that crease, into that corner, and do little circles, and then go back up and around windshield wiper. So we're taking all of the product that we've done here, and we're just blending it together. Pretty? Pretty. Now, if you want, you can go back in with the first brush, that flat brush that we used, and we're gonna go back in with that lightest color right here at the bottom. And we're just gonna kind of go back in and go to the crease, but not into the crease. And then you can even kind of touch onto that corner so you kind of blend it a little bit better. If it wasn't blended real well there, right there. And there, so now you kind of have a cleaner line. Okay, so guess what? We did our color on our eyes, it's that easy. So now we do liner, and I love a gel liner. And the reason why, the reason why I love a gel liner, I just got makeup on me. I told you I use this as my makeup palette, I forgot. I got all excited and got it on me. Okay, so it's all gone, I wiped it off. But I do like to use it, so afterwards I'll go back in and do my concealer again if I need to, but I'm talking to you and I got all excited. Anyways, all right, so we're gonna use a gel liner. You can do a gel liner in a paint pot with a brush, but I like this gel liner. It's by Benefit, it's called They're Real. And what I like about this is I like a gel because there's a lot of control when you use a gel. It doesn't run, it doesn't bleed. Okay, so this one people get a little bit intimidated by, so I'm gonna teach it to you. I just took off the cap and there's always excess gel right when you take that cap off. So you wanna get rid of that. Wipe it off with your favorite Kleenex. Get that all fresh and ready to go. So get it completely off. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna turn the cap on the bottom of the little thing until you get a little bit of product. You don't need a lot. Is it coming? There it is. It kind of, you gotta go slow with it because you don't want too much. Okay. And what I like to do with this, if you go with just the tip, you're gonna get a smaller line. If you go with the whole angle, you're gonna get a bigger line. And I like to start right in the middle. And you can see you get lots of control here. Just go really slow. So right now I'm using the tip. And then as I come down here, I might use more of that line. But you see, you can go nice and slow with this. I'm gonna get a little more. And then I'm gonna continue. Now I'm gonna angle up on the corner here and go from the bottom and make a little triangle. And that is how you get your little wing. A little flake off there. Dun dun. You see? Perfect, right? But you see how slow you can go. So don't get stressed out. Just go nice and slow. Take your time because it's not gonna run. Nothing's gonna happen. So you really just can take your time. We're gonna do it again. I just rolled it up. Start in the middle. Take the tip. By the way, doing your makeup into a camera is not that easy. I'm going up, and then I go from the base and make a little triangle there. This is only for professionals. Do not try this at home. Okay, roll up the tip, the bottom again, and just really nice and slow. I'm using the very top. And I'm even gonna go backwards. Look, Mom, I'm going backwards. So there's no rules here. Yeah, I like that, no rules. So there is a learning curve. You do have to practice this one. There's no way around it. But I think all eyeliner you do, and when you get good at it, you really like it. Let me also tell you, the only negative about using this guy is it doesn't come off, which is actually a positive because why do you want your makeup coming off during the day? You don't. If you cry, it won't come off. If you sweat, it won't come off. When you shower, it won't come off. Probably when you bathe it or swim, it won't come off. I wouldn't know because I never go in the pool. But there is a solution, and that is my favorite product, Whish Body Products. Whish Body Products makes an oil, and it's all natural and organic, and it's clinically proven to reduce lines and wrinkles. And oil is an amazing product to take off eye makeup. unbelievable. It takes it right off. So you're basically giving yourself an eye treatment. You're taking off the product. It smells amazing. It's gentle on the eyes. It doesn't hurt the eyes. And you're doing some age prevention. So love this. Get yourself some oil. It's sold at Ulta. You'll love it. And you can put it in your hair. You can put it all over your body. It's one of my favorite products. You can put it in your bathtub. You can put it on right after the shower. So the negative is it doesn't come off, which is a positive because you don't want it to. So that's all I have to say about that, and get yourself some Whish oil. Okay, so moving on. We did our upper eyes. Now we need to do our lower eyes, and I like to use a pencil on the lower because then I like to blend it with my eyeshadow. This is Urban Decay. It's Perversion. See, it's almost gone. It's black 24/7. Love this. And I also like to go up into the waterline under my eyes. This makes your eyes pop. And even with contacts, you can use it. It's waterproof, doesn't come off. So again, the Whish oil will help, okay? And get under this. Oh, dang it. Don't blink. It's good that I made a mistake because I'm going to show you what I do. Because this is where you go, okay, why do I ever do my makeup? I always mess it up. This is what you do. And this happens frequently. So you have to have a good sense of humor when you do your makeup. Okay, so guess what we're gonna do? We're gonna lick it. Lick it. You don't want to wet it because if you wet it, it's too wet and then it'll really mess things up. So what you do is you lick it and then you kind of do a little circle and it's gonna take it off, okay? Now I know, now I took off my eyeshadow, no problemo. Take your beginning brush that we had, go back in with that light color, and we're just gonna tap it on there. Dun, dun. Okay. I may have to do slightly more fix up when I get off of this computer screen, but not bad, right? So it's fixable. So use your Q-tips. Your Q-tips are a huge help. And don't blink. Don't blink. Okay, now what we're gonna do is we're gonna go under. So we're gonna do the waterline here too. So see my water lines are kind of ugly. They're red. My eyes are always red. So we're gonna go under here. My dog is scratching. Can you hear her? Ellie, no. Okay, there's the waterline. Ellie. Ellie. All right, so I got the waterline here. Now I kind of like to go a little bit under that. I like to go really dramatic. So I'm gonna go under. And this part right now does not need to be perfect. Even though I'm trying to be very careful. Okay, so what we're gonna do right now is, I like dramatic. If you don't wanna go super dramatic like me, then you won't go under, you'll just do the waterline. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a skinny brush like this, and we're gonna take either a lighter color or a darker color, depending on how dramatic you wanna be under your eyes. You could take this bronzy, we'll just take that bronzy color. That was the second color we used in the crease. Tap out the extra, and we're just going to blend. So if you only did your waterline, you would just go right underneath that waterline. And if you got any of that black from the waterline, it'll just kind of blend in. And the other side. Dun, dun, dun. And now, if you don't like how it turned out, if it came out too dark or too deep, too thick down here, again, use your Q-tip, lick it, and this is where you can kind of get that cleaner line right there. How's that? So right now would be a good time if you needed to go back in with a little concealer. And then what I like to do is use this product. It's called Porefessional. And this helps to seal in, basically seal in your makeup on top of your skin. So, and I should have done this first before I did my eye makeup. I like to do it before my eye makeup actually, so that if any makeup flakes down, it just falls right off. But what this does again is it fills in the pores and it kind of finishes that skin off so that No makeup sits on it. It also just keeps it really shiny and pretty. Closes up all those pores. Okay, so this is cool. It has a brush on the bottom. On the bottom of this, the brush fits in there. And then I tapped the product into the lid, and I'm just gonna tap this, and I'm just gonna go under here. And this will set it. It'll also help so that that shadow under your eye doesn't bleed down or run at any point during the day. Okay, whew, good. So what is missing now? So the eyes are pretty much done. We need to do mascara, of course. But what's missing? What's going on with my eyes? So I now have these really pretty dramatic eyes, and my eyebrows are kind of lacking, aren't they? First of all, the shape's not real pretty. They're a little bit sparse. So if you haven't filled in your eyebrows before, I highly recommend it. They are so important. So we're gonna grab a brow brush, and my favorite eyebrow pencil or powder is the Anastasia. She is the brow queen. This has 2 colors. It's just a powder like an eyeshadow. And they can help match you at Ulta if you need help. So I'm gonna use both the colors together, tap off the extra, and we're gonna get a brow brush for sure. We're gonna start here, and we're just gonna follow our brow up and around. Just like that. Now my brow ends kind of short, so I'm gonna continue it. So it kind of meets up with my wing tip. That's where it kind of meets. Maybe slightly short of that, but pretty much. Okay, by the way, look at my eyebrows. How much better is that? So much better. Okay, start here and just follow it. Drag it. Oh my gosh. So much better, right? Okay, so we need mascara. And I'm not gonna show you, I wear eyelashes every day. I already did an eyelash tutorial, so you can watch that if you want. But we are going to put some mascara on. I'm not gonna spend a ton of time. This is called the Fatty, the Big Fatty by Urban Decay. I also really like their Perversion by Urban Decay. So either mascaras are great. I'm not gonna spend a lot of time on this. And then I'll do my eyelashes, and you can watch the tutorial later. I know this is a long video, but I just really wanted to walk you through the whole thing. So if you do feel intimidated about doing your makeup, maybe this will help you. And again, you can go super light under your eyes. You don't have to go dark like I do. Okay, so we got our eyes, look great. So now my face is one color. That's not good, huh? So what are we gonna do? We are going to bronze. So bronzing is all about putting that color back into your skin, because we made our skin all one color so that we could, conceal all that stuff that we don't like. But now we need to add some color back in. So I am gonna grab, I love this. This is by Too Faced, and it's called Dark Chocolate Soleil. And I love this Deep Tan Matte Bronzer. I'm gonna take a fluffy brush like this, take off the excess into the sink, and we're gonna go underneath our cheekbone, up into the temples, and then up and around into the hairline. And the other side, underneath the jawbone, temples, little circles, windshield wipers. And let's get the chin, the neck, right? Because we wanna blend all of that together. So much better, okay? We're not done though, because we need to really get this blended, but I also wanna highlight a little bit, add a little light into my face, and then we'll kind of blend it some more. So we are going to take, I have this palette, it's by It, and it's a contouring palette, and it's kind of the whole thing. So you can use something like this to use your bronzer and your highlight, or you can just do individuals. And you can even use an eyeshadow as your highlighter, just like a really pearly color. So I'm gonna use this top 2 together, the pink and the white. I'm gonna tap off the excess, and we're gonna go above the cheekbone, okay? Down the middle, and the chin. I'm gonna get a little bit right there. Yeah. So look how, you see the light coming in? Okay, so now I'm gonna take a brush that I have not used yet. So this has nothing on it, and we're just gonna blend away. Circles, windshield wipers, right? And we're just trying to blend it all and so you get some light, you get some dark color, because that's what your face typically looks like. We want to put that all back in. Okay? So it's still very natural looking. It doesn't look like, oh my gosh, what did she do to herself? Blend, 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 and blend. Okay, so now all we need is some blush. And I really like this blush. It ran away. It's by Urban Decay. It's called Kinky. Woohoo! A little kinky. Get kinky this morning. Okay, and we're just gonna dab it on, tap it out. By the way, it's like kind of a bronzy. I like this. And we're gonna start at the temple, or sorry, at the cheek, your apple. That's what it's called. And you're just gonna make a Nike swoosh. Start at the apple. Right? See there, my smile? Nike swoosh. Nike swoosh. Less is more, and you can always add. Okay, so last but not least, we need some lips. And I am just gonna put a lip gloss on. I really like the Bare Mineral lips. This is two-sided. Tastes great, smells great, it's lip plumper, but it's not a crazy lip plumper. And helpful hint too. If you want your lips to stay longer, you ready for the trick? First, you apply your lip liner, then you put eyeshadow, actual eyeshadow on top of that lip liner. Then put your lip liner back on, and then put your lip gloss on top of that. Lip liner, eyeshadow. So just take like a light pink color, dab it all onto the liner, then go liner again, and lip gloss, and your lips will stay. So even once the lip gloss comes off, you'll still have color on your lips, and then you can just reapply your lip gloss. Anyways, that is it for today. I hope you learned a lot, and let me know if you have any questions, and we'll see you next time. Bye.